Hello and good afternoon to everyone out there. Welcome, Ladybugs and Yellow Jackets, to this week's episode of Handmade Home Shopping here on Faye Productions. I am your host, Fairy Princess Lolly, and we have a completely full lineup. We are getting a little bit of a late start today, which I apologize for. We just had some technical difficulties, but we can get through them just fine, I think. Just a little speed bump. So please bear with us today. And of course, at the beginning of every show, I do like to ask all of you out there watching from home, please, if you will, give us that like and subscribe, and hit the bell if you would like to get notifications of all of our different shows, including this one, in the future, as we do several per week. And also, so I would like to let everybody know that today's show is sponsored by eSpec Books, and they have been here before on our Author Reads channel, so you may be familiar with them. They are funding their next round of fantastic novels, which are Lucky Devils and Witchy Ways, in their newest campaign, which is over on Kickstarter, and there is still time to get in on that. It goes until the 1st of September, and they've already funded 4 books on Kickstarter before, so they have a history of successful Kickstarters. And those books were Megan Mackey's The Devil's Day, which was book 3 in the Lucky Devils series, and then Michelle D. Saulnier's An Unceasing Hunger, which was the sequel to her acclaimed book, The Clockwork Witch, and Ty Drago's newest young adult, Dragons. So if you are interested in getting the cool Kickstarter bonuses for being a supporter there, hop on over. The link is going down there in the ticker, and it will, of course, be in the low bar or description, depending on where you are watching from at home. They do have loads of bonuses that are already unlocked because the project is funded, so you are guaranteed to now start getting to those extra bonuses if you are interested in going and supporting that. And if nothing else, please at least take a look at their work. Give them some likes and subscribes on Facebook. They are great authors and people. We've had several authors from eSpec Books here on the channel before for Author Reads on Friday. So thank you so much for that. And with that said, we will move right on here to our first vendor for the day. I was really pleased with my cleverness for the invite here. Enchanté to Enchanted Tea and Candle, because that's like enchanted meeting to Enchanted Tea and Candle. Now, just so you guys know, also, I have her on mute because our technical difficulty was feedback. So I will be unmuting her here in a second and let her do her talking and showing off of the wares to you guys, and do as little commentary of my own as possible. If you guys have questions, as always, please type them into the comments. I'm monitoring those, and our vendors love your interaction and feedback. I will pass those on to her. So I am now turning it over to you, and we'll take you off mute.
Hi, I am Sarah. I'm the owner of Enchanted Tea and Candle. I started doing this in late 2019 and actually recently just became officially an LLC, which I'm super excited about. As the name implies, I do teas, herbal tea blends, as well as handmade candles, among with some other things, which I'm going to show you. So I have recently started my organic garden, and some of those herbs are available, as you can see. Let's see if I can get this right. These are organic rose petals, which are beautiful, and I'm super excited about. And I also have these herbal jars. I have one for healing, one for protection, and one for self-love empowerment kind of thing, which they are absolutely gorgeous. Here's the self-love one, which is what I love. And then I have specialty candles as well. This is actually a beeswax candle, and it's one of the first ones I did. So this is on the website. You can see it's the Be Kind candle set. And so I have a lot of teas and a lot of candles, and it would go well over 10 minutes for me to go through all of them. So I'm going to highlight some of my favorite things. My favorite tea is the Goddess tea, and then they come in 2 different sizes. This is the 4-ounce size, as you can see. It's sealed, and you can see it through here. You can see all the pretty herbs in there. The Goddess tea I made specifically for women issues. It has ginger in it for gastrointestinal health. It has raspberry leaf in it. It has Damiana leaf on it, and then as well as fennel. This is the bigger size. This is the 8-ounce can. This is the Gentle Hug, which is a lavender chamomile tea. And then my favorite soap that I make is a dragon's blood soap. It smells amazing, and they come in little cute baggies. I use it for hand washing, body washing, all that stuff. My favorite candle that I make is Love is in the Air, which is, here's the label. All of my candles except for the seasonal one and the lilac and geranium. But this is the Love is in the Air. All of the other candles, they come with obviously the essential oil, the scent, and they come with a stone and herbs as well. This is the ritual candle. This one is also one of my favorites. It is lavender and cedarwood with obsidian and white sage on top. And then the line that I really want to focus on is the zodiac candles. I have one for each of the zodiacs, and they each have their own scent, their own stone, and their own herbs to correspond. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions?
So I do not see any questions here in the audience at this time, but I have some questions about your candles, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
So question number 1 is, can you give some approximate burn times on some of these candles?
Yes. So the soy wax candles are a little bit softer, so they burn a little bit quicker, but a size like this, which is the size that all of they come in, if you leave it burning, it will probably burn for 48 hours total time. So about 2 days, but obviously you don't usually burn a candle that long for that period of time, but I would say 48 hours straight. The beeswax burn a little bit slower because it's a little bit of a more firm wax than the soy wax.
Bring myself. There we go. Okay, and so I'm gonna mute you. Maybe. There we go. So also I wanted to say you are participating in this week's magic word, our first vendor of the day, and you're doing that. Thank you so much. So this week's magic word is sweet corn. For everybody watching at home, if you are unfamiliar with how this process works, then when you go to purchase from Sarah, then enter the word sweet corn at checkout comments, and you will receive some manner of small bonus gift with your purchase. I don't know, Sarah, do you want to leave that as a surprise gift, or do you have something in mind?
I do have something in mind, and it will be a surprise.
Both things at the same time. Well, is there anything else that you would like to show before we let you go today? And is there anybody like home conventions or fairs or festivals that you would love to give a shout out to? We like to give shout outs to our peeps.
Right. So I'm actually fairly new to this, and I haven't been to any fairs, especially because I started last year right before quarantine happened. So I haven't been able to go really anywhere. But I do want to point out that I do have social media. Obviously, Instagram is enchanted.tea.candle. Facebook is just Enchanted-tea-candle, and the website is enchanted-tea-candle.com. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Unless you have anything, we will be this afternoon.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. So we are off to a pretty good start, even though we're a little bit late here this morning. That's okay. So I'm bringing in our next vendor here, who is Phoenix Fyre Studio. Hello. I see you there. Can you? Yes. Okay. I can hear you perfectly as well. That's lovely. All right. Well, if you please introduce yourself to our audience and your business and give a shout out. Usually we do the shout outs to our home peeps at the beginning before I turn the screen over to you. But by all means.
So I'm a fairly new business, Phoenix Fyre Studio. My name is Sarah, by the way. And I make a lot of jewelry and things. I have not had a chance yet to join Faire, but hopefully in the future that'll be coming. Our local fair is the Bristol Renaissance Fair. It's one of the best ones.
I was going to say, many people actually say that. I was going to say, it looks like you're wearing a damsel in distress corset. So
I am.
Yeah. See, I see. All right.
But yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. So yeah, I make jewelry. Ooh, this is kind of one of the things I make. It's usually crystal or stones. I try to make every piece individual.
Here we go. Nice. So, if you will, when you show, do you have like a piece of paper or something that you can use to, hold your hand up behind? There we go. That way we can really see it nice and clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
My light might blow it out. I can turn it down a little bit on the brightness.
There we go. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So I make very individual pieces. Nothing's the same. Everything's different. I'm even wearing some of my jewelry right now.
Oh, let's have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that stone? It's beautiful and purple.
This is a chrysocolla, I believe, if I remember correctly. Sometimes I get messed up. This is amethyst, which is my favorite.
Yes. Purple seems to be a going theme with you. Hair, necklaces, ring, I think I saw on your finger there.
Yeah, these are actually those candle rings. I just think those are fun.
I have never done one of those.
Yeah, like but yeah, they're fun. They'll have like candles or bath bombs and there's rings in them.
Cool.
Yeah. And then there's citrine. Of course, it's natural, but it's heat treated.
And so what does that mean, heat treated?
So they have to heat it up to a high temperature in order to get that color. Natural citrine is more of a smoky color, and it is a form of quartz. But I also do wood burning. This is my fall stuff. They're very sparkly. I put like
leaves, lattes, and love.
Love, yeah.
Ah, the Cheshire.
Everything's shimmery and sparkly. I won't show all of them because some of them aren't as appropriate on the back, but we want to keep it family friendly.
Yes, that's true. Let's please do that. Ooh, I love the key.
Yeah, I like to do steampunk stuff too.
Ah, a little plague
Raven gentleman.
Oh no, he's just a steampunky raven. At first I thought, jolly good old chap.
Jolly good. And then this is my sort of.
And you do all these by hand.
Yep, all this is by hand.
Now, what are these supposed to? What is their purpose? Their suggested use?
Just like decoration. They have like a little bead and a hanging juxtacord on it, or jute cord. Sorry.
Oh, I like your frog prints. I don't want to invoke the season too soon because everybody hates it when this happens, but they do look like they would be good tree ornaments.
Oh yeah. Well, if you like to do like Halloween trees and things too, stuff for that. This is a long one. It says, I complained that I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet.
So can you actually hold that up and then with your hand behind it? Because it looked quite large, like in a size comparison with your hand. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a bigger one. This is more like the 5 to 4-inch size. I only have a few of those up on my website right now, but I do have more that I'm going to be making.
They look like they would kind of make cool coasters too.
Yeah, I do have some coasters up online. They're kind of Halloween themed because I'm all in the mood now. But
As soon as that weather changes.
yeah, and I have these earrings. Maybe I'll bring up my little jewelry thing here. I
Oh,
have
pretty.
owl earrings and some pumpkin earrings. The jack-o'-lantern, we like those.
The Great Pumpkin exists. I believe it.
Yes, yes, gotta honor the great pumpkin. Otherwise, you'll make him angry and he won't deliver you any treats.
And so this would have been your first year of vending then?
Yep.
And what made you decide to take the plunge into the land of vending?
You know, with COVID, it kind of just threw everything into a loop, and I've done art for so long, and I just kind of was like, you know what, now's the time. I have all this free time to do these things, and I have all this art stuff. I should be really getting back into it. So yeah, I took the leap.
Well, that
And
sounds wonderful. Now, do you have, I see here too that you have your regular website and then a Patreon. Would you like to take a look at either of one of these while we're here today?
yeah, sure.
Okay, which one would you prefer?
We can talk about the Patreon a little bit.
Patreon. All right, let's go look at that. I will pull it up here just a second. And let me bring us back together really quick. Okay. And let's share this screen. Okay. Here's what I have for your Patreon. Does this look correct?
Yep.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
can you tell us a little bit about what your reward levels are and what you offer, etc.? I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, so I have a $3 tier, which is the basic support tier. You'll get updates with everybody else. And then there's the $10 tier, which is the 15% discount tier. So you'll get 15% discount in my store every month. And you'll also get a little bit more behind the scenes. And then there's $25 tier, which is the 20% discount tier for the store. And you get more videos with behind the scenes of how I do things and the process. And then I have like a very limited, for now, 10 people tier of $40, which will be the art in the mail. I made like a little thing here for it. I don't know if you'll see it. But this is the size. It's a 5x7 card that you'll get in the mail with art, not quite of that caliber. It'd be more like of this caliber.
And big and new.
Very detailed.
That's
not
huge.
necessarily Harley Quinn, but yeah, it'll be this size.
Oh, gotcha. So kind of like a 5x7 postcard, it looks like.
Yep.
All right.
And it'll come like in a cardboard mailer and everything, so it'll be in good condition. It won't get bent up now.
Right. Well, that is pretty cool. So here's your Patreon, and this is a great way to support artists. If you guys don't know, this is you join, and it's basically a monthly thing. So, and the 15 and 20% discounts are just ongoing discounts in your store for as long as people are patrons.
Yep, I send out a unique code every month. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then this is your store, and I'm just going to pull that up really quick. Let's see here. So, and here we can see some really good, these are beautiful.
Yeah, I really love the filigree, if you can't tell.
It's wonderful. I think it's great. Just gives it, I don't know, it's just fancy. It makes it all look so fancy. Yeah. This pretty one. This
love,
is probably
like, sorry.
The Victorian era.
Yeah, Victorian, yep. Like steampunk. You can tell I'm very into that.
That is okay. Cool. Everybody has their cool niche. That's what makes this is probably one of my favorite parts of the show, where I get to go through people's websites and window shop a lot. And here's all of the cool keys. Yeah,
all my different.
Oh wow, you have so many. Yeah, I called them keys because I was looking at the key, but I meant the wood burnings is what I actually meant.
Yeah.
Oh no, what are these down here?
Those are actually my little, I call them window bling, but they're sun catchers that you
Oh,
can put up in
nice.
your window. Some are longer, some are smaller.
Add a little pizzazz. Well, we're coming up here
Yeah.
then on the time for you. Is there anything that you would like to say to everybody before we let you go today?
I would like to give a quick shout out to the 2 consignment locations that I'm going to be going into, some physical areas. There's Wildflower Hodgepodge, which I'll be joining in September. They're going to be opening September 1st in Janesville, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And Optimistic in Evansville. That's like like optical and mystic. And they're currently open, and you can find their hours and stuff on Facebook. But that's a really awesome shop.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And of course, as everybody knows, all of your links and everything will be in the low bar so they can check you out after the show if they like as well. And I have a great rest of your weekend for what is left of it. So yeah, thank you so much.
Have a good one.
You too. All right. We're cruising right along today, aren't we? So let's see. We've got our next vendor here down. Whoop. Hello.
Hello.
All right. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? I'm not technically savvy, so I apologize now.
Okay. Are you actually just a quick question? Are you holding your camera? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Just when you show us your things, move your camera very like a snail slow so that the camera eye has time to process.
Catch up.
So otherwise, just fine. Please introduce yourself to our audience and tell us who you are, where you're from, what your home shows or conventions are. Give a shout out to your people.
My name's Jennifer with Forgotten Misfits, and I'm born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, by way of Connecticut.
Oh.
I redesign porcelain, vinyl dolls, figurines, stuff of that sort. Most are a little creepy. Some are really creepy, and others are not creepy at all.
I like creepy. I have creepy.
As far as shows, I have had 9 out of my 11 shows that I had booked this year canceled due to COVID.
I am so sorry, but so you still have 2 shows left though. What are those shows?
Well, I have one left. The first one was back in February. That was with Oddities and Curiosities Expo. I love them. The only one that is still up in the air right now is the Wreck Havoc Horror Film Festival.
That sounds amazing.
I'm not sure if it's going to be in Greensboro, North Carolina this year or Winston. But yeah, that's a fun time.
Well, let's see what you have brought for us today. I'm going to turn the camera over to you so you have the whole screen now. It's all you.
Okay. I apologize. Like I said, I'm not very good at this. So these are some of our misfits. They come to us. They tell us what they want as to how they want to look, how they want their clothing, everything. They tell us. They tell us what they want their name to be and their story. So we've got. I'm trying to go slow.
No, that's okay. Yes, you're doing good. You can actually get a little bit closer too if we really want to get those details. It's not blurry at all.
Who got hungry and chewed on her bunny.
These are wonderful.
And this one hasn't told us her name yet, but she wanted to be a bunny. And then down here is a couple of the porcelain figures. So then we also have a Precious Moments bride and groom that can be special ordered and painted to your wedding colors.
That is
and here's one of our biggest pieces. This is, sorry.
It's okay.
Annabelle, Belle. Sorry, Annabelle, Anna, and Belle. So
and
we
all
have,
three of them are together as one total purchase?
yes.
Nice, a little family of creepy dolls.
Yep. And then we've got a couple of the not creepy ones here too. So we have ourselves like a little fairy. And then we have the second half of our Pride Brides.
That's cool.
Her partner was purchased last year, so she's still waiting for her forever home. And then these are a couple of the newest pieces.
It's so
Her
sweet.
little devil baby.
I love its little clothes that it's wearing.
And then this one, I think everybody can probably tell who that one is, but
Pennywise.
yes, Pennywise. He was fun. She was fun, rather.
I loved the new Pennywise, so I think.
Oh my gosh, they were awesome. And then we also have our resident spiders.
What?
That we make.
It looks like they're from upcycled light bulbs.
Yep.
Those are super cute. They kind of remind me of Black Widows.
Yep, and actually, let me show you the underside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cute.
Every Misfit has this stamp on them.
How did you even get that on there? Like, on that curved surface like that. So perfect.
It wasn't necessarily easy. But all the Misfits come with their Forgotten Misfits stamp. They each come with their color choices that they decide that they want somewhere on their bodies. They also each come with their own adoption certificate and a copy of their own story. And then also just some fun little facts about them that they want their adoptive families to know. Do take on commissions. I just had one that went out a couple weeks ago. She requested a slightly creepy unicorn girl.
That sounds amazing.
And she loved it. She did a live when she received her, and it was really great to watch her unbox her. Nerve-wracking, but wonderful.
Well, so I have you here now on Instagram, and but I don't have a website for you. So is Instagram the way that people contact you if they want to buy one of your things?
Yes, either Instagram or Facebook. They're both the same.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on getting things up into the Etsy shop and building the website at the same time. It's just been a bit of a process.
No, believe me, I have my own Etsy store. I definitely can sympathize with that. This is your Instagram, though, right here. And so I wanted to say, just go ahead and scroll through that. What is a mystery box?
A mystery box is, there's a certain fee, depending, you choose, like 50, 100, 150. And I pick a doll and send you a doll.
Wow. That's cool.
That right there is the custom commission.
Look at that. That is beautiful.
Hence the horn being nerve-wracking to watch her take all the bubble wrap off.
But you've done some great work here. It's quite artistic.
Thank you.
No, yeah, you're welcome. Oh, what a very realistic kitty you made.
That's one of our most recent additions.
Ooh, this one's cool looking. Like how she's got this sort of steampunk robot insides, sort of like an automaton.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Or like a biomech as a tattoo type thing.
Yes. I love it. Man, this is wonderful.
Thank you.
So you also are participating here in, because we're coming up on our time. You also are participating in the magic word this week. Magic word is sweet corn. For those of you who don't know, just if you choose to shop with Jennifer this week, then use the word sweet corn either in your conversation with her or, well, obviously, probably in your conversation with her because there aren't checkout comments yet, but you will receive a bonus surprise little gift with your purchase. So that is how that works. And is there anything you would like to say before we let you go today?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not that I can think of right now.
All right. Well, guys, her information is going there in the ticker. It's also in the low bar. Fly over to her Instagram, give her some follows, and check out her work. And we will get you. Yes, absolutely. Thanks for being on the show.
Bye-bye.
All right. Woo, time flies. Here we go. We are coming up with our next vendor today who, let's see, do I see you down there in my, do I see you down there? Yes, I do. There you are. Hello, Alicia.
Hello, hello. How are you today?
Oh, no, Alicia, I don't hear you. Oh, I do hear you. Okay. I was like, I don't hear you, but I think it's a lag that we have going on there. So all good.
Okay. Can you hear me?
All right. Well, I can hear you. Alicia, we obviously know your name now, but please tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, shout outs to your home peeps, and then I will turn the screen over to you so we can see your beautiful work today.
Thank you. I am Alicia from Alchemical Goddess. I will pull up my very snazzy business card. And what it is, I make handcrafted pagan talisman jewelry. I have been a jewelry artist for 18 years, selling my jewelry at shows for at least 10, maybe slightly longer. And I started metalsmithing and making my pagan line about 4 or 5 years ago. I was doing the math and it was longer ago than I remember it being. So today I have a full...
What is time? What is time?
So these are from, from the original collection. My triple moons and
I'm going to embiggen you so we can.
And the one right here on the far left is patinaed. So it is actually oxidized, and then I coat it so that it stays that color. In the middle we have, and it may be hard to see, a pentagram triple moon. Try and give a little light and movement there.
I can see that, yes.
On the right side is one of the horned gods in just a plain silver. Now, anything that is just the plain silver, I do a specific method with my torch where I superheat them, and you have texture that emerges from that process. So every single talisman is different, and most of them are made to order, especially the rings. Let's do. So this is a horned god ring, and I do something very special on the back.
Nice.
I make my rings so that you can actually bend your fingers. Otherwise, a piece this big, it would be very, very difficult. One of my best sellers, who I love her.
So you make those entirely from, oh, that's right.
I'm sorry, what was the question, Lolly?
Oh, I was going to say, so you make these just entirely from scratch?
Yes, I hand cut sheet silver for the ring shanks, for the rings, and then the triple moons themselves are made out of a precious metal clay that after I mold it, shape it, carve it, sand it, whatever, and fire it, it burns off that binder, and you're left with just pure fine silver. So everything is silver because I know I actually have allergies, so I've always worked with silver. And then from last year's collection, I had some lovely earrings, many of which are still needing homes. And the process
now is the perfect time.
Yes. And so those, I absolutely love what I do. I try to create...
Always stuck in court.
Come again? I try to create...
No, go ahead.
Okay. I try to create jewelry that can be worn by the everyday pagan who may or may not be out of the broom closet. So like the one that you see right here, she's my everyday piece. I wear her every day. The one below her is a nice big piece that I made a while back.
Mm-hmm.
And I absolutely love it.
I like that phrase, out of the broom closet.
It's one that I heard a while back on one of the podcasts I listened to, and I decided that was the perfect phrase to describe it. It's like, you might be in the broom closet, you might be out of the broom closet. Either way, I make jewelry that you can wear, and people are just like, oh, that's a beautiful piece. Perfect. The shows that I would normally be doing right now, I do Eugene Pagan Pride in Oregon and Portland Pagan Pride in Oregon, and then the Rasani Fair in Albany, Oregon. I am definitely missing my shows and my people, but thankfully, folks like you, Lolly, are bringing us together again. So thank you.
Oh gosh, thank you so much for saying that. You didn't have to. You didn't have to say that.
Did you have any questions, or did you want to check out the website?
I'm glad that. Well, I was going to say, why don't we check out your website here? And do you want to look at your regular website or your Etsy shop? Which do you prefer?
So the nice thing is technically they are one and the same. If you type in the Alchemical-Goddess.com, it directs you to my Etsy website. Yay for technical magic.
We will just right. Yes, 1 second, and I will pull that up for us here.
No worries.
Just opened it. All right, here we go. So this is your website. What is this a cool image of that is your logo?
Oh, is it not loading something? That would be very sad.
No, it's loading. Nope, it's loading just, oh, I see. I was just looking at the tiny little thing, but now that I'm looking at the big screen, I can see it is the Alchemical Goddess indeed. So how did you get into doing this?
Oh, yeah. I started teaching myself metalsmithing about 5 or 6 years ago, and started with just very simple projects, did a little stone setting, and before that, I did a lot of beadwork. But when I started learning metalsmithing, and when my personal path changed, I was like, I want to wear something that I would feel comfortable with wearing in public, because at that time I was still like, not many people knew. And I wanted to create something that I could wear every day. And then I had that idea of, oh, there's probably several people out there who would also like to wear this. Did a little research, saw almost nothing like what I create. And I was like, I'm going to put it out there and see what happens. And I have had pieces go to Japan, Australia, the United Kingdom, and it always makes me happy when a piece finds its person, because I know every piece has its home. Yes. And when a patron orders a piece, sometimes they'll mention, hey, would you please, put this intention in while you're creating it? And it is my high pleasure to do so. I am super lucky. I have some of the best patrons. They're absolutely wonderful.
Now, I do have a question here, if I may. Now, if somebody sees something in your store that they like and they need it in a certain size, are they already sized? Can you resize them? Do you make it anew with the size that they request? How does that work?
So when you order on Etsy, if you actually see the little select an option, that is the option for the rings to select the size. I definitely ask my customers, and I know it's a little tricky right now with COVID happening, but to get yourself sized by a fine jeweler, like even a Fred Meyer Jewelers or whatnot. If you go in there and ask, hey, would you please size, this finger, they will happily do that for you. And then you can order that ring size. So,
that's perfect. That answers that question. What I saw here, though, this is not the one we're looking at. What is this?
Yes, that is my Become a Pathmaker. So if you are so inclined, I invite people to join my mailing list, and you get an instant 20% off coupon. And then you get little emails throughout the year from me. I will do sales occasionally, and the big one, which will be coming soon, But I also release collections, of which there's a sneak peek just before we're done of my newest one, which I will be releasing on Mabon or the autumn equinox.
Perfect. That was, and just for those who might not know, that would be September 21st to the 23rd.
Yes.
So
yeah, forgive
sure,
me. Give actual dates.
that is okay. The audience is broad and probably of many choices and variations, themes and variations. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we are coming up on the time here. Is there anything that you would like to say to everybody before we let you go this afternoon?
Yes, I promised my Pathmakers a sneak peek.
Okay.
And this is part. Yep, this is part of the new collection. There are silver, copper, and bronze pendulums that will be available. So
nice.
It was a labor of love, and I don't know that I will be doing the non-silver ones again. They were tricky to work with. But wonderful to make them, so I'm very happy that
limited edition.
Yes.
So get them while you can. And you also are participating in the magic word this week, which is sweet corn. So should people choose to shop with you at Alchemical Goddess, then they can enter the word sweet corn into the checkout comments on Etsy, and they will receive some manner of bonus surprise gift. So yep, just a little thing for being on the show. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for being here this afternoon, and I bid you the best of evenings.
Thank you, and take care, Lolly. Appreciate it.
Have a good one. All right. We have 2 more vendors left, and I know we're running about 5 minutes behind because we got off to just a little bit of a late start. So never fear, everyone will be getting their time and whatnot. So our next vendor here is, this name is like the cleverest name, and it's Fendywitch Designs, and this is a kind of a spoonerism on your own name, which is Wendy Fitch, right?
Yeah.
So that is, so I love the name of your shop. It's so fun to say. So hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Yes, welcome to the show, and please introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a little bit about yourself, what you make, where you're from, etc., etc. And then when you are ready to start showing your things, I'll turn the screen over to you.
All right. So I'm Wendy. I just recently moved to Austin, Texas. Before that, I lived in Portland, Oregon for a few years. And before that, I was in Maryland, I'm from like the Washington, D.C. area. So I've kind of lived all over the place. And I'm a multimedia artist and an eclectic witch. So I kind of combine different materials with different metaphysical practices. And I also do some talismanic jewelry, among other things. So I actually just recently released a jewelry collection called Spells and Sigils. So I can show you guys some of those.
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to turn the screen over to you so you have the whole thing now and we can really see your work here.
Okay, so these are, there we go.
Yes.
These are some protection earrings. They have the rune allies. I work with runes a lot because I'm Swedish. And then they also have an eye for like protection against the evil eye. And down here, here
we go.
A sigil that I made for protection. And if anyone doesn't know, sigils are a ritually made magical symbol. So I do a lot of sigils in my work. I've got this choker, which is also for protection.
Oh, beautiful.
And that also has Algis, the rune, for protection. And then bones are also used in some traditional witchcraft for protection. So I included that. And these are all made out of upcycled cotton fabric.
Do you paint on these? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, so it's copper wire, which is good for transmuting energy, and then fabric, and I hand paint them, and I made these beads. These are male and female and yin and yang. So you guys probably recognize like Mars and Venus, but the 3 lines represent, this one is heaven or yang in Taoism, and this one is earth or yin.
These are beautiful. They're really quite unique.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I always like experimenting.
Yes, yes.
Got to keep myself interested. So these are Baphomet, which a lot of people think is Satan, but it's actually not. It's a cult symbol of balance, which you guys might already know. And the pentagram faced the right way up.
Is that too intricate of a question to ask?
Sorry, what was the question?
What is Baphomet?
Oh, so it's the symbol is associated with the Knights Templar, but they were like accused of worshiping it. It was a whole thing. But it's actually a symbol from, I forget the name of the occultist, but it represents balance. It's like masculine and feminine. The moons are black and white. It also has solvate coagula, which is like an alchemical term for dissolve and then bring back together. There's like, it's a really complex symbol. It would probably take the whole 10 minutes to go through it, but look it up sometime.
Sometimes I think that if people see anything with horns, then it automatically indicates something scary to them. So I like to hear, which I know is not true at all. I mean, I'm not, myself inexperienced in such things, but I think it's also nice to just hear like the explanation, right, of the thing. So
yeah, and it is a symbol that's used by the Satanic Church. It's basically been like appropriated for that purpose, but Satanists also don't really worship Satan, so it's like it's a complicated thing. Kind of takes a lot of explaining sometimes.
Basically, like every symbol ever in our society right now, somebody somewhere has appropriated it.
Yeah, like runes. Unfortunately, some people use those for hate symbols, but they're not hate symbols. So that's another thing you have to sometimes explain to people. These are kind of hard to see, but they're flame earrings.
Oh, I can see it there, that angle that you had.
Yeah, so there's some metallic paint on there, and then some
copper down. Did you actually hand spiral and hammer those copper things flat like that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, copper is actually super easy to work with, and my fiance is a metal worker, so he has an anvil and all the tools for that. So metalworking is something that I want to eventually experiment a little bit more with.
You have compliments from Sarah B. I'm just telling you in the comments.
Yay. I wish my lighting was better. I had to move to a different room because the internet wasn't working in my normal studio.
Would you like to take a look at your Etsy store?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. This is, just to explain it, this is a necklace that has 4 symbols that I use for the 4 elements. They're not commonly used that way, other than the earth one, which I actually thought that I had come up with that a long time ago before I discovered that that's actually the symbol for earth. So that was kind of a cool coincidence.
Speaks to its truth.
Here's some more earrings from that collection. And these are, they all have titles. I forgot to say that. But these are the Winds of Change earrings. And they're a spell for change and progress. And there are actually little sigils. Here, let me.
I love sigil work.
Thanks. Yeah, me too.
Wait, what? Did that come out of there like a little pocket?
Yeah, so there's little secret pockets and they have little sigils in them.
That is so cool. I want little secret pocket earrings.
Thanks. Oh, and then I have necklaces for each of the 4 elements. So let's get a background for that. This is earth. And it's got a little piece of wood under it, and it's kind of hard to see, but it's got copper, and it's sewn with copper thread as well. And it's the alchemical or like Western elemental symbol for earth. And then I've got one of those for each of the elements. And I have a couple of pieces from my last collection, which was called Myths and Deities. So this one is serpent.
Cool.
And that's also copper, and this is a glass bead. And then there's a little vertebrae there.
So we are coming up on your time. One last thing before we go. I will. You have so many cool things to look at, and I'd rather look at your actual stuff than your store. So please, we'll bypass looking at your store, because looking at you and what you've done is much more fascinating. So one last thing.
Okay. I also, the jewelry I'm wearing is also from the collection.
Oh, cool.
I quickly did want to show some of my masks. I've been doing hand-painted masks. So this one is a protection sigil mask. And I just started doing, these aren't listed yet, but I just started doing monster masks for Halloween.
Are those all hand-stitched, your designs on there?
They're all hand-painted with fabric paint.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I really like that protection one.
Thanks.
You do have a question from Nora, which is, do you do custom jewelry as well?
Yeah, I love doing custom orders.
All right. Just shoot you a message on Etsy.
That's a custom tattoo design I just did for a friend. That's a sigil. Yeah, she can contact me on Etsy. Etsy.
Okay.
Not too fast.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so you are participating in the magic word today. Let me bring us back together here really quick. So you are participating in the magic word today, and that magic word is sweet corn. So if folks order from you within the next week here and they use the word, somebody outside, they use the word sweet corn, they get a surprise bonus gift with their purchase. Is there anything you'd like to say to everybody before we let you go this afternoon?
I did want to shout out the Market of the Beast. I'm going to be doing the virtual Market of the Beast, which is out of Seattle, but it's virtual, so you can be anywhere. And that's where I'm going to be first selling my monster masks.
Okay, where is that going to be at? Do you know off the top of your head?
If they have a Facebook page called Market of the Beast, and they also have an Instagram page. If you Google it, I'm sure it'll come up, but I don't know.
When is that?
That's August 28th through 30th.
August 28th through the 30th. Seattle Market of the Beast. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, Market of the Beast. Okay, and that is where people can find you. Hopefully that event will be able to proceed safely and actually happen. So
it's cancellations. So it's going to all be online.
Oh, okay, cool. So totally safe then. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon and being here on the show. And we will bid you adieu.
Thanks so much.
All right. We are on to our last vendor of the day, one left. So, and I know that we're running a little behind. So a little Tipsy costumes and props. And I see you down there.
Hi.
Hello, Bethany.
How's it going?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for your patience. I'm sorry we got off to a late start.
So my name is Bethany, obviously with a little Tipsy costume and props, and we're like a small family business that makes things out of floor mat foam. Okay,
this is great. I know plenty of people including ourselves, that like the foam things. So where are you from?
Louisiana. So shout out to Louisiana Renaissance Festival in November. Hopefully it happens.
Ooh, fingers crossed.
Yes.
Good.
Definitely.
So I'm seriously I'm pulling for any events that happen later in the year to be able to do their thing, even though everything is canceled. But hopefully people will wear their masks and be responsible, and those events will occur. So I'm going to turn the screen over to you here, and we can take a look at the things that you have brought for us today. So let me begin you.
So like I said, it's all made out of format foam. So we have like literally everything right here is a Keyblade, if you recognize it from
it looks anime.
Yes, it's from a game called Kingdom Hearts. So it's like Disney/Final Fantasy. Really cool. But we make everything from like Renaissance stuff to like video games. So we also have things like knight helmets. So this is like, a king knight that he'd wear into battle, so everyone knows he's the king. And it's all foam, so it's like really lightweight, even though like it looks like real metal.
Yes. And so that means little kids can wear it too.
Oh yeah. We make kid sizes or adult sizes, like a bunch of different sizes of like everything, so it fits all head shapes.
Yes.
We also have we have weapons, like normal like Renaissance weapons, so like a mace, so it's just your basic like, metal, and then you've got like your leather, but of course it's not actual leather, it's foam. And
so what got you started in doing this?
So actually, me and my boyfriend, we went to a Comic-Con, and I needed a costume, and just like kind of like while I was gone, I got back, and my whole family was made a foam helmet and a shield. And then, it's been over a year now. It's progressed from there to where we go and sell things at different festivals. But it was definitely like we just all of a sudden said, you know what, this is what we're gonna do. So. Well,
it looks like you've definitely become quite proficient at doing this. Your work looks really great, actually. It's all painted.
So much. It's a lot of time and effort, every day getting in there and like painting and carving and cutting stuff out. You learn the tricks to the trade.
So, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, this is an axe. Obviously, it's one of our Celtic axes. We have a bunch of these. Some of the stuff we make, though, we only make like one or two of, because we just get an inkling to make different things. So we have like mashup things, like we don't make a lot of. So one of the mashup things is, so we love Star Wars, right? So we made a Mandalorian Boba Fett style helmet, but also fits into the Renaissance. Awesome. So it's like every time we bring this to somewhere, like people just fawning over it because it's like so cool. It's got, all the battle damage in the back. We love to battle damage our stuff. All of our stuff's seen a couple years.
Right.
And then, obviously with COVID going on, so it's unfortunate, but we decided that it would be a perfect time to master our Plague Doctor masks. So, if you want to be safe, right? It's so cool. And then we also have a Joker mask, so we not let anything else fall over. So
that's great. Can we see the inside of that? What does it look like on the back side?
So on the inside, it's just like the foam. It's really soft because it's foam. We painted it, and then you just put it on. You just like put the things of your head.
Yes.
I have a little bit of a small head, but. And then we also have shields. Well, shields are one of my favorite things to do personally because I'm the big painter. So I like to paint like the wood designs and everything.
Oh, wow.
Into everything. And then, yes.
Oh, I was just going to say, can you hold it up just a little bit longer there?
Yes.
So have you etched in there the wood and then painted it, or is it all completely just painted on a flat surface?
No, it's so we cut the wood. I mean, we cut the foam to make like the little stripes, so it's like actually indented. If you feel it, there's like,
texturized.
Yeah, and then we also painted it to look like wood, so it's several different layers of effort.
Really great paint jobs on these, by the way. I mean, they're really good paint jobs.
I do it, so that's thank you.
You're welcome.
And we also have our big shields. I might have to back up a little bit so you can see this in the thing. But
now, how are these for use in things like Amped Guard or other boffer LARPs?
So We tell people every time when they ask. Some of it, like every LARP, has different rules and regulations.
Yes.
So some of our stuff has been used for LARPing because we have like swords and everything, but then other times it doesn't fit. So like, every LARP's different. So especially too when we go to shows that aren't in Louisiana, all the rules like change a lot.
Yes. Well, so now if somebody needed something that was to fit the rules of whatever their particular organization is, EMP or whatever, are you able to say, look at those rules and then make something custom for them to those specifications?
Yes, we make a lot of custom stuff, especially for that purpose. Exactly, So a lot of stuff we do, people like send us maybe like a Pinterest board or like they're inspired, like, from a game or something or like from a show, and they'll give us like the regulations and we'll make that like, actually become a thing they can actually use in their, their LARPing.
So now, what is the best way here? Now, you guys are participating, of course, in the magic word here. And shall we take a look here at your Etsy shop?
Yeah, we can totally do that.
All right, let me find that real quick and pull it up. Where's my mouse?
Facebook and Instagram, like you can slide in our DMs though. That is the best way to contact us probably, because I just get a notification right to my phone, so I immediately know you're talking to me about whatever you need me talking to me about. So,
okay.
So plus too, our Etsy doesn't have everything we sell just because we have so much product that it would take forever to get it all in there.
I am not sure that I have the right Etsy store because the Etsy store I'm pulling up shows no product in it.
Oh wow.
So I don't know but I can look at your Instagram. So let's go.
That's good too.
Because Instagram DMs is definitely a way to go. Let me just pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
And there, that looks like you.
Yeah, well, that's me.
Looks like your stuff is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so just 1 second. And there it is. Okay. Oh, cool. Look at these horns.
What? Oh, yeah, that was like one of our custom orders.
That is awesome. And this mug, this huge tankard. I'm just going to, these are cool.
Thank you. And we got a custom order for that. And we were like, totally will. Like, we had done some messing with horns before. We hadn't really 100%. And then we like got the texture right and everything. Like she was so happy. She's actually like, she's hopefully wearing them to the Louisiana Renaissance Festival this year too. So hopefully we'll see them get to be in action.
Right. And ooh, check out this axe.
Yeah, that's our Viking axe.
This is great. So how long have you guys been doing this?
Probably January 2018. So, but it probably actually started, so yeah, January 2018 is about when we started like messing around with foam, but it was a couple months later before we decided we were going to do it like as a career and make a business out of it.
Here we go. Whoa, that thing is huge.
Yeah. We do like oversized things.
Okay, what is that symbol?
So that's actually the Mandalorian symbol. I don't know if you've ever seen the show The Mandalorian on Disney Plus.
I just recently, with the Baby Yoda, right?
Yeah, with Baby Yoda.
I just watched it maybe 2 weeks ago.
That's like the symbol. It's a symbol of like their people, like the Mandalorian like people.
Gotcha.
Hopefully it'll make a debut in the show, the symbol.
Oh, you mean it? I guess I haven't seen that really in the show. So things that I didn't pay attention to, I suppose. This is just really great, and this is like a full body armor.
Yeah, we make a couple like full body suits. We have that one actually is still available, and they have like a complete like bone armor. So it's got like a rib cage and everything. It's very, very nice.
So how does, if I may, how does this stuff breathe with, like, if it's hot outside, or does it retain heat, or is it fairly comfortable? Ooh, cool, Twi'leki.
Thank you. So it does get kind of hot. It depends on like what you have, like the full suit of armor, where you have like the 3 layers of armor, it's going to get a little warm, but like all of like our helmets and everything like have like air holes and things. So like it's able to like, keep you cool at the same time.
Right. Well, I would assume that no matter what kind of armor you're wearing,
Yeah,
you will,
it's
if
gonna be
you're
hot.
wearing full armor, you will get hot. That is inevitable. Giant
Yeah, we also
dice.
have the D&D dice. I brought one here with me.
Oh, okay. Let's see
dice.
him here. I'm gonna embiggen you. Oh my gosh, look how big it is.
Yeah, it's huge. We have people like get them and then go play D&D, like very large scale D&D. But all of them are, they roll and everything, so you can use it like a real D&D dice. I just got a 20, by the way. I know you didn't see it on the camera, but I did roll a 20 just now, so that was lucky.
That is awesome. I love that because it's sort of like instead of everybody having their little dice, they just get to have one big die. And when you're out there doing the thing, you can just roll the giant D20, and that sounds amazing. I feel like I need one of those now, actually.
They're amazing. Like, I love using them. Anytime I go play in D&D, I bring like my overly large dice, and everyone's like, Bethany, what are you doing? I'm like, it's fun, guys. And then we'll all end up just using my dice on the ground and like rolling them. It's fun. It makes you get out of your chair and like actually play the game, because you go and you hit people. Because we have like in my D&D game, I use a quarterstaff, so I made a foam quarterstaff so that I can actually use it when I'm playing D&D, smacking all the bad guys.
That is excellent. I love it. Well, so thank you so much for joining us here on the show today. So we are coming up to the end. Is there anything that you would like to show off as a last item or say to folks out there before we let you go?
Well, thank you for having me. This has been very fun. And you guys remember your 4 Fs, or we need 3 Fs: friends, fun, and foam. Okay.
Friends, fun, and foam. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us here today, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Fingers crossed for Louisiana Red. So, all right. Have a good night, Bethany.
You too. Bye.
So just thank you. That was our last vendor of the day. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this week's show. And just in case you haven't joined us before or don't know, and a reminder that all of the vendors' links and information are in the low bar after the show. You can follow up. You can come back anytime. These stay up on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So you can come back and find their links if you want to search them out. The magic word for this week is sweet corn. It is also listed in the low bar, so you guys can get your bonus gifts. The vendors that are participating in the magic word have a little mushroom next to their name that is listed in the low bars as well. And with that said, I will bid you guys a good evening. It is Sunday here, so Monday is the mythical day off. And then Wednesday, we will be back with you for Fae News and, of course, author reads on Friday. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Please check out our sponsor, which was eSpec Books. And we will see you guys on Wednesday. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for being here.